Welcome back to the Happy Camper, coming to you from the beautiful mountains of southwest Montana. We are back here at Rocky Mountain RV, our sponsor's dealership today, and we are going to be taking a look through a very classic floor plan from Aspen Trail, which is a Dutchmen product. This is the 2020 2390 RKS, and Aspen Trail's had this floor plan for a good while. I believe that this particular floor plan has been on the market since 2013, maybe even prior to that with Aspen Trail. And we do have just some really nice upgrades that they've done for the 2020 model year. Some small upgrades on the outside as far as color and features, and as well as the inside. We've upgraded everything throughout the unit as well. So right here on the front of the video, I do want to go ahead and get the technical data out of the way so we know kind of what we're looking at. And I'm sorry that sunlight is playing havoc with my camera lens. I should have pulled that shade today, but I didn't, so we'll have to deal with it. So the unit itself, length on it is 27 foot 2 inches. That's with the tongue, the bumper, the whole thing. That's the overall total length on this unit. So it is fairly short overall. The dry weight's going to be 5670. We're going to have a hitch weight of 609 pounds, excuse me, and a GVW of 7600. It will carry 52 gallons of fresh water, 38 gallons of black, 38 gallons of gray. It is going to be a 6-gallon water heater, and of course that is going to be the gas electric that is very common in the Aspen Trail series. So the unit again is going to be easily towable with your half-ton pickups, your full-size SUVs. That's kind of what the unit is made for. Even some of your mid-size SUVs may be capable of towing this particular unit. So it's again, check back with your tow specs on your vehicle. Make sure that you know what you're doing before you do it. But this is in a mid-size trailer, super slide out on it. It gives you a lot of features in a fairly small package. So let's just start right here with the entry door side. Coming in the entry door, of course, the unit is an RKS, which stands for rear kitchen slide out. And you can see, of course, right here against the back wall that this is going to be our rear kitchen. Right at the entry door here, there are going to be some nice little pantries. This has a kind of an open spot here, so it's got a little nook there, and then some overhead shelf pantries, and then some lower shelf pantries as well. You are going to see, of course, full extension ball bearing roller guides on their drawers. These are plywood dovetail boxes, and they're, and of course they have the travel latch on them. They are a very nice drawer for a smaller unit like this. And again, Aspen Trail is known to be a value leader, kind of a price point unit, but they do a nice job with keeping the balance between having some nice features and having a good price point. And part of the reason that they do that is they don't put a lot of fluff in the unit. The stuff that they do put in is going to be useful product. It's not going to be stuff that's going to be out there on the market that isn't usable in a lot of things. It's just going to wow you on the dealership. We call that fluff in the RV industry, and you do see a lot of units that do that. What you're also going to see here is, of course, the thermal wrap countertops. These are a one-piece thermal wrapped, so it is a seamless top, but it's not a Corian material. This is much lighter, much less expensive to build. It's been a good material. We've talked about it in our other Aspen Trail videos, but it has been on the market here in this configuration for a couple years. It has been very, very good. Years and years ago, 6-7 years ago, they had a similar product on the market. It was a different compound as far as this material that actually heat treats over the top of the countertop material, and that stuff did have a bunch of cold cracking issues. This has been on the market long enough now. I can say we have had very, very little issues to no issues with this, even in Montana winters, and that is really saying something. So a good quality, less expensive, less, keeps you a little lighter alternative to Corian is a really good thing to have. You can see, of course, the stainless steel farm style sink here, and the farm style just means it has this stainless skirting that comes down the front, and it does protrude out of the cabinet there. It is also a big single bowl sink, and we have a high-rise gooseneck faucet with a single lever control. Over here in the corner, we do have our Furrion 3-burner cooktop with gas range, and this one is the lighted lighted model with the window for the range, or for the oven, I'm sorry, and does have the glass countertop up here, so it's going to flush the counter off. This trailer has a decent amount of counter space in the rear kitchen, which you would expect, but adding this glass top is just going to give us a little bit more, especially for washing dishes. Underneath that, of course, you're going to see the 3-burner top with kind of that steel grate top on there. Overhead, we do have the Furrion range hood as well as a Furrion microwave. So some nice consistency through the unit. You're not seeing a bunch of mismatched brands in here. Over here, we do have kind of our standard Norcold 6 cubic foot gas electric refrigerator. This is very common to see in most trailers this size and in this price point. You're also going to see, of course, in this unit, this is a Rocky Mountain ordered unit, so they order their units out of the Pendleton, Oregon plant, and it is optional to do this hide-a-bed sleeper sofa in here. A lot of dealerships are not going to spend the extra money to put this in. It's like a $450 upgrade. Keep that in mind. So a lot of companies are just going to go with your standard jackknife sofa that lays out into this, very small bed. It's going to be maybe okay for a kid, and uncomfortable even at that. The hide-a-bed sofa, number one, is a better sofa to sit on. You can see it's very large. It's very comfortable to sit on. It also, and I'm going to try to do this because I'm doing it with one hand. It's a really easy process to fold this bed out. Keep in mind, I am filming with one hand and working with the other, so if you have both hands, this makes this a lot easier. So you just pull the cushions off there. You're going to grab it right here and pull out. Then we have these little legs that fold down. There's one on each side. I'm just going to do the one here for demonstration purposes. That lays down, and then as you come back here, you'll see that this just folds down to complete your bed. So that gives you basically another double bed laid out in this unit. So if you do have additional adults that come, this is kind of a couples coach, I guess you would call it. It's not necessarily, it's more designed for 2 people, I guess, than it is anything else. But you do have sleeping both here, and this is going to be like a double-sized bed that you can sleep full-size adults on. And then we do have the little dinette over here in the corner that that we can sleep at as well. That'll lay out into a bed. And again, so you could sleep 5 adults in this trailer pretty easily. And again, this is a fairly expensive option. It is not standard in Aspen Trail. This is optional, and it is quite an upcharge. And what you'll see is the dealers that don't order this will try to charge the same amount for their units as the ones that do. And so it is something to definitely be aware of when you're dealing with Aspen Trail, to make sure that you know that the way that your dealer is ordering, whether they order the jackknife or if they order the tri-fold hide-a-bed sofa. And it is stated just that way on the sheet when they order. And I can actually show you that right behind me here. Rocky Mountain hangs their MSRP sheets inside the unit, and you'll see right here, tri-fold sleeper sofa, and it's MSRP $632 on it, and it's a little bit less than that, of course, by the time they do their discounting on it for their dealer pricing. But same old thing, it is an option that you don't get from everybody. You do get it here. I think it makes this trailer absolutely more usable than a jackknife. I would highly recommend it, and that's kind of the way that they do all of theirs. So, like we talked about, and that, of course, the sofa and the refrigerator is in the slide out on the off-door side. On the door side of the unit, you are going to see, of course, the dinette, and it's just kind of your standard booth dinette. It does, like I said, fold down into the bed. Up over that, we're going to have additional storage in our cabinets up here. LED lighting there, of course, you can see, as well as our Furrion AM/FM stereo, and then this is going to be DVD as well, so you can plug in DVD components to this if you wish to. TV location is right here in this unit, and this one does not have it in. And I've explained this before, that a lot of people just don't want a TV in their unit. They want to be able to take their kids out. They don't want to have the option for them to want to watch the TV. So a lot of people don't want it. You can always add it in after fact. It's very inexpensive to do. It's very easy to do. You just source your TV from wherever. A lot of times you pick them up at Walmart or wherever you can get a TV for an inexpensive rate, a swing out bracket, and mount it right up here to the wall, and that's pretty simple to do. I know that this dealership does it in about the $250 range for a 32-inch LCD TV mounted. So that's a pretty inexpensive thing. And if you order it out of the factory, you're talking about, again, it's kind of that $450 bracket for a TV. So the reason that Rocky Mountain doesn't order it is you're going to see Some people, again, just don't want it, period, and if they don't, that's fine. If they do want it, it's very easy to install and going to save you a couple $100 from what the factory does it for. So keeping your wallet in mind, and that's the sign of a good dealer, tailoring their units to the customers that they're selling to. As we move forward, I'm going to come back to the bathroom. It's right here to our right, and it does have an entry door right here from the main room. It also has one from the bedroom, so I'll show you that when we get up here. We do have just a little extra storage here, and again, you're going to see that topped with that thermal wrapped counter. And it's just a small shelf storage cabinet down below there. Your bedroom does close off with a hard swing door, which is nice, instead of having a curtain or that type of thing. The other thing I'm noticing as I walk through here is the extra ceiling height that Aspen Trail does. I believe off the top of my head, I haven't measured this, but I believe it's an 82-inch interior ceiling height versus a lot of companies are 78. And this just makes a huge difference when you're walking around inside the trailer to feel a little bigger. There's a lot of companies out there that'll skimp on that and just make the trailer a little shorter overall, and it just feels funny, and especially when you're in the slide out. Up here against the front wall of the bedroom, you're going to see overhead shelving with some LED lights. They've got a reading light on each side for each person, and those are individually switched. And then you do have these hanging closets that are on each side of the bed. And then down below, of course, we have a little nightstand with an outlet built in. The other thing you will see is this unit is a 60 by 80 residential style queen mattress. So you have regular mattress, regular sheets, fitted sheets, that type of thing will fit it. You don't have to find something fancy or more expensive or have to tuck home sheets in underneath. This mattress will take your normal home sheets. The second entry door here into the bedroom, it just is going to add as a fire escape. Also, if you do have company staying with you and have your sofa folded out down below, you can get by the foot of the bed there, but it is going to be a little tight. So they do add this second door into the bedroom from outside. So if you have some company that comes in, grandkids or whatever, and you want to stay out, hang out with your friends outside, you can come in without disturbing them if they're in bed. In the bathroom, you're going to see it does have an entry door here. We do have a skylight there. It's causing all kinds of issues with our camera lens, but we do have this pocket door that closes the bedroom and bathroom off, but we do have an entry from the bedroom. You're also again going to have the swing door entry out from the main room. You're going to see kind of your standard foot flush Aquamagic toilet here. This is a plastic model. People make a big deal out of porcelains. Plastics work fine. If you want a porcelain, it's a very easy thing to change out. You can do that simply and easily with just a couple of bolts and a water line. So the toilet there is in the corner. Across from it, we do have the neo-angle glass shower. And like I said, that's where that skylight's up above there, and that's going to give you a lot of natural light into the bathroom, so you don't have to come in here and turn a light on every time that you walk in. We do, of course, have some soap shelves built in. The doors here slide together. They are kind of an opaque finish. Right up here we have, of course, our sink and little storage down underneath. You'll see again that we're having that consistency throughout the countertops matching in the entire unit. And then up overhead we do have a little mirrored medicine cabinet there, and that does have a little bit of storage in behind it. Let's walk back out in the main floor here. And like I was talking about with that extra height, you can see in your slide out you have a pretty decent amount of height. I'm just under 6 feet tall, and I can stand up fully inside the slide out without hitting my head. I'm gonna guess the slide out's just over 6 feet total interior height there, and that's a big deal when you talk about that versus a unit that's gonna be 4 inches shorter than this. Every time you stand up off that sofa, you have the potential to hit your head on that slide out. Okay, let's go ahead and take a walk around the outside of this unit. Again, I am right here at the dealership. We're literally right on the street, so I apologize about the extra traffic noise. I've got the big muff on the camera today on the microphone, so we should be able to do this without too much trouble with the extra noise. I was going to show you that the main panel for the unit is right here next to the entry door when you walk in, and you can see that has slide out switches, awning switch. It also has, of course, your water heater, both gas and electric, your water pump, exterior, interior lights, and then, of course, your monitoring system. So that's all right here, right inside the door. Let's go ahead and step outside, and it is an absolutely beautiful bluebird day here in Montana. About 60 degrees on an April day, so you really can't complain about that. I get back here far enough to where I can get you a good overall look at this unit. And these guys really do have a beautiful dealership here. They have a nice little park up here in the front with big trees built in. And, you know, if you come in off the road and need to walk your dog, they have that ability for you. Anyway, so what we're looking at here is the front of the 2390. It does have that smooth metal front finish on it with the dark black rock guard down at the bottom. And that's got kind of an anodized type coating finish on it, and then up above that you're going to be very smooth painted finish on the panels. Of course, the Aspen Trail logo is up there in the darker portion, and again, we talked about this in the past, that is going to clean a little easier with bugs and that type of thing, being it's smooth versus a corrugated metal. So that's one thing that I really look for. I like that Aspen Trail did this year on their exterior look. They've also added this tongue jack, and this is a power tongue jack with a small extendable leg here. And they've added that as a forced option for this year. So you're going to get it on every Aspen Trail that's built out in the Oregon plant anyway in the 2020 model year. Right behind it here, we do also have 30-pound tanks. That is an upgrade out of the factory. You're not going to get those standard. When it comes standard with 20s, you upgrade for 30s. And again, Rocky Mountain is absolutely ordering to satisfy their clientele that's going to use these things in Montana's backcountry. So that's why they have the bigger tanks. They're also going to mount dual batteries on this unit right here behind the propane tanks. Some dealerships will just do one. Again, if you're out here in Montana, you absolutely need as much battery power as possible. So Rocky Mountain does 2 as their standard package on all of their Aspen Trails. And actually, all of their units that will take 2, they put 2 on there. Up here in the front, you're going to see the front storage compartment, and this is the belly compartment. There's a little magnet catch up there that holds the door up, and then this compartment goes all the way through to the other side. It has big doors on both sides. You'll see a little LED light down here as well to give you a little light if you're out here working at night. But it's a nice size storage compartment, and it does have big doors on both sides. Some companies will put a smaller door on that other side, so that's something you have to watch. We are pre-wired for the Furrion solar panel right up here at the front, and then the other power option that they did this year, and it's a forced option again, is the power stabilizer jacks. And I'm not the biggest fan of power stab jacks. I think they're a little bit of a gimmick, but I will say this, for people that have trouble getting down on their knees to be able to crank a jack up and down, these are nicer. And I actually ran the jacks up and down on this. They run a lot faster than they once did too. So they have improved this system over previous systems. It's okay. It's going to work just fine. It's not a big deal. And they do tuck up nice and flat to the bottom side of the trailer, so you're not going to have problems with dragging them, that kind of thing. So then they do just have an extender track button right here on the side in the rolled skirting. Something that you'll notice about this trailer, and actually all the Aspen Trails this year that have 2 entry doors, the front is going to have a black steel step, and the back is going to have an aluminum tread step. So they did that aluminum tread kind of in the spot that you're going to use it more often, and it's a triple on the front and a double back here on the second entry. It's completely workable. It's just a little odd, I thought. Something I noticed when I was walking around the unit. You also have, of course, the power awning, and I think that's one of the best things the RV industry has done in the last 10 years is pretty well standardized these power awnings. This one has the LED light strip that's going to run all the way the length of the trailer up there. You also have exterior speakers. This one is plumbed for Santa flush on the black tank, which is this connection right here. So you can hook the garden hose up and flush out the black tank on your unit when you're dumping. That keeps everything nice and clean. No smells when you're in storage. So that's a nice feature. You also have the exterior shower here. That is hot, cold. I'm sorry I didn't bring my keys, or I would show you that. We do have tandem axles, and these are going to be 15-inch radial tires. You're going to have kind of your standard 5-lug axle here, and that's very standard out there on the market. It's nice to see them use radial rubber, of course, but a pretty standard affair. The rear door does have the big assist grab handle, so that is a nice feature there as well. You're also seeing the sticker up there for the 3-year limited structural warranty. And what Dutchmen and a few of the other Thor companies have done is they have extended their 12-month bumper-to-bumper warranty, and RV warranties start from date of purchase. So once you buy the unit, you have 12 months. It kind of covers everything in the coach minus your maintenanceable items against any defects. Beyond that, they kind of look back and said, hey, if anybody buys one of our units and has a major issue with it, we want to make sure that they're covered. So for the following 2 years, you're going to get some structure warranty. So if you have a problem with a wall, a floor, a roof structure, a frame, that type of thing, a major issue, Dutchmen has stated that, hey, we're here, we're going to cover some of these things. The The last 2 years of the 3-year warranty are extremely limited, but again, what you're going to see is any of the little stuff, the little new bugs are going to show up right away. You're going to get that stuff fixed, and then beyond that, if there is some major issue with the unit, you do have some coverage for that. So it's nice to see a company just step out there and say, hey, you know, if we have a big problem, we want to be there to back our units. On the back of the unit here, you're going to see the spare tire, as well as the city water connection and the power cord connection. It's a 30 amp, kind of your standard power connection for a unit like this. Just has the 25-foot cord that pulls out the back here and plugs in. Water heater is mounted on the opposite back corner, and of course the off door side you're going to see your service access for your refrigerator. Your sewer connections are right here, kind of centered up in the coach. And you will see that you have both a connection here for the front, and this is going to be a black tank and gray tank for the bathroom. And we also do have a gray tank mounted towards the back. So this does have 2 gray tanks. Being it's a rear kitchen, it will have a second gray tank in the back, and that will have a separate connection. So that is our 2020 Aspen Trail 2390 RKS. And if you're interested in this or any other units, I will link to this particular unit in the description. If you are interested in another unit, just check out our sponsor's website at rockymtnrv.com. They're here in beautiful Butte, Montana, and happy to help. They are open 6 days a week. And these are great people here. If you do appreciate our content, please like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and it helps out our channel. Thanks again, and happy camping.